You won't find a fresher, more pure scallop than these anywhere else in the world. These scallops are the new definition of fresh. Chefs want to give their customers scallops with the most flavor. You cannot compare these scallops caught in the Canadian North Atlantic to those caught anywhere else in the world. These scallops are the most flavorful and attractive scallops on the market today. Consistency is extremely important to chefs. These scallops deliver maximum pan performance every bag, every time.
The Guardian is making the 65 nautical mile steam to Browns Bank. Browns is part of the tidal system that gives the Bay of Fundy the highest tides in the world. Bay of Fundy tides combine with the warm waters of the Gulf Stream to make Browns Bank one of the most nutrient-rich and biologically productive regions of the world's oceans. The Guardian is a far cry from the dories that used to fish Georgia's and other nearby banks. Today's wheelhouse looks more like Mission Control than the crowded wheelhouse of 10 years ago. This is a state-of-the-art vessel fishing one of the most premium products the ocean has to offer, the scallop, the Canadian North Atlantic scallop. Fishing aboard the Guardian takes place throughout the year and around the clock. These vessels include the latest sonar and satellite equipment, not only to increase yields, but also to decrease damage to the ocean environment. Captains at sea are able to send real-time information to onshore managers, allowing them to monitor activity and to respond to market demand. Over the past 25 years, there has been a huge change in the way the scallop resource is managed. It's a change that has been led by Clearwater.
It used to be a mad race for the resource, where everybody took as many scallops as fast as they could. Clearwater believed that if they gave the companies the long-term secure access to that resource, it would become the responsibility of the companies to co-manage that resource with the regulatory bodies. Clearwater has a vested interest in good science and the latest technology. And we invest heavily in the science and technology to ensure that we're more selective on the animals that we harvest, allowing for the long-term sustainability of the resource. Having secure access to the resource has allowed Clearwater to invest in state-of-the-art harvesting platforms. This allows us to supply our customers with a higher quality product 12 months of the year with less environmental impact of the past. For an example, we used to use 14 vessels to do the job that we do now with just 4 harvesting platforms.
The scallop of the Canadian North Atlantic is renowned around the world for its flavor, and frozen-at-sea technology ensures it stays that way. Clearwater's factory freezer trawlers are able to safely harvest scallops in all kinds of weather and at all times of year. In this seamless operation, the vessel and its captain and crew haul, shuck, rinse, and freeze the scallop catch all on board, and often within just 45 minutes of being caught. The sorting, wet, and dry factory areas are completely stainless steel environments. It is here that highly trained and skilled crews work to international quality management protocols, paying careful attention to cleanliness and to product quality. After being shucked, the scallops are thoroughly rinsed, cleaned, and chilled. From here, they are individually quick frozen to a core temperature of -25 degrees Celsius, a process that takes 25 minutes. At every stage, the scallops are inspected. All crews include a quality-controlled manager whose job it is to ensure the integrity of the process and the quality of the product. As soon as the vessel lands in Nova Scotia, the scallops are weighed and inspected by government inspectors. The scallops are then transported by reefer truck to the plant. This is a state-of-the-art facility using the most modern equipment. Employees work in an ultra-clean environment that meets or exceeds the highest standards for cleanliness. These employees ensure that the quality control that began aboard the vessel is continued once the scallops reach shore. During the grading process, scallops are sorted by size, allowing customers to choose from counts of 10 to 20 scallops per pound, all the way up to 40 to 50 scallops per pound and smaller. The scallops are bagged in quantities as small as 8 ounces or as large as 5 pounds. It's from here the sea scallop of the Canadian North Atlantic makes its way to the famous kitchens of Paris and New York, and to the dinner plates of people around the globe.
The key to locking in freshness in any scallop is the speed at which they're processed. Clearwater frozen at sea scallops are frozen what we call pre-rigor. It locks in their flavor and their freshness, as opposed to so-called fresh scallops, which sit on ice for days, absorbing water and actually losing their freshness. Every crew member aboard our frozen at sea scallop vessel receives scallops at the end of the trip to take home with them. They have their choice of fresh or frozen at sea product. Without exception, they choose the frozen at sea product. We are very fortunate. Mother Nature and the cold, pristine waters of the North Atlantic provide us with one of the most sought-after delicacies in the world.
To impress a chef, you have to supply him with the best quality product, one that allows him to impress his customers. Clearwater frozen at sea scallops do just that. They have a delicate, sweet flavor and texture that says freshness. There are no chemicals, additives, or preservatives in this product.
These scallops sear golden brown every time. They keep their shape and they keep their color. The main benefit of these frozen at sea scallops is they give you better yields and lower weight loss than the so-called fresh or land frozen scallops. The reason for this is the scallops are frozen pre-rigor. This ensures that the cell structure of the scallop remains intact, allowing it to retain its natural moisture so you don't have excessive moisture or bleed out on the finished plate.
Chefs don't like surprises, and neither do their customers. With the Clearwater frozen at sea scallop, there are no surprises. It's the freshest and best tasting scallop in the world.